We'll go ahead and turn to the book of 2 Samuel chapter 23, and I would entitle the message today, Distinguished. A few weeks ago, I was incredibly entertained by the UFC, my favorite sport, at the White House, and they had a stacked card filled with champions and former champions, 7 fights, and it was a spectacle of spectacles. If you wanted to go there, you probably had to be one of two things. Number one, you had to be a distinguished fighter. One of the best, Poetan, almost 3-time, 3-division champ, 2-time though. You had to be Topuria, who was undefeated, or Justin Gaethje, who was 2-time interim title. You had to have a lot of accolades to get on that card. Or, when they came walking down through the White House, they had people that won blue stars, gold stars, all these different stars, all these generals, and all these guys from 9/11, heroes of our nation that walked alongside of them. And as they were coming to the ring, you'd see a guy in a wheelchair, and it would announce where he was wounded. You'd see another guy with decorated uniform, and they would say all the things that made him unique and special among our people that served. And they would come to the ring, and if you wanted to be, they said tickets could have sold for $1 million. Now the tickets were free because it was on federal land, but nevertheless, if you wanted to be there, you had to be somebody that was kind of distinguished. And in 2 Samuel chapter 23, it's talking about David, the great king, that conquered, that amassed great wealth, that was the psalmist, killed the lion, the bear, Goliath, served in Saul's army, anointed to be king. He was a great and mighty king for some 40 years. He united the nation again, and he brought peace and prosperity. And at the end of his life, in this passage, it's talking about all the different soldiers in his army. It's talking about the mightiest ones, those that distinguished themselves from others, those that went from one level to the next level. And we come to the story of Benaiah in 2 Samuel chapter 23. Look at verse 20. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, was a valiant man. He was a mighty man. He did so many mighty acts. He slew a lion-like man of Moab. He also went down into a pit on a snowy day to kill a lion. He killed an Egyptian that was a giant. He went down and he took the Egyptian spear out of the man's own hands and struck him down and slew the man with his own weapon. These things Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, did, and his name was distinguished among the mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30 mighty men, but he never attained to the level of the top 3 mighty men, and David put him over his personal bodyguard. Benaiah was a man that was distinguished. He rose above the 30 great warriors that were legends, but he didn't quite make it to that top 3. And you and I are called to be distinguished, unique, distinct from others. God has made you for such a time as this. If you and I would enlist in the right army, separate in real action, and we could surpass those that came before us. You don't have to be anybody else. God has made you to be you. In Psalm 139, he says, you are wonderfully and you are fearfully made. God has